What's up, beautiful spirits? It's deep analyzation time. I think the truth needs to come out. The truth needs to come out. Let me go ahead and get a drink, because I'm about to go in. Look, man. Yo, my brother Abe, brother UA. I'm going to get into that on a boxing brew, on Shakur and Gonzalez. Because Shakur, his nickname is the Mongoose. On Boxing Logics United and the NBBC, Shakur Stevens, I don't know if he got a nickname at all, but it should be Shakur the Mongoose Stevenson. Because he definitely fights like a poisonous snake killer. And I'm going to admit something right now. This is my first time watching him fight fully. That motherfucker's a mongoose. He's a mongoose. He fights just like a mongoose. One of my favorite fucking animals in the world. Just like a mongoose. If anybody, you're going to hear it here on Myra Magnus. Here on Myra Magnus. Boxing Logics United, NBBC. The real reason. The serious real reason why the PBC does not want to cross the street. I'm going to wait till some more people get in here because I'm going deep. The real reason why the PBC don't want to cross the street. I know. I know why. Let me shout out everybody in the chat. Uchiha Abe, what's up, champ? Bitcoin Boxing, what's up, champ? Dan T, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Yo. You know, dynamic principles of existence is always self, family, and group. Initially first. Everything comes in threes. Self, family, group. And the PBC is, has set themselves up to be what they are. Who should... I don't know anything about that. I think that happens in every sport everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Somebody paid Bob. Bob is a lawyer. So, I don't care who the fuck's getting paid off. Promoters is just as big as crooks as the fucking fighters, right? Or bigger. So I don't care about that shit right now. It is what it is. I'm not saying you're wrong. It is what it is. Here's the main reason why the PBC, the glaring facts to me, the glaring truth to me why the PBC does not want to cross the street. Please share this right now. I want to let more people get in here because this needs to be said. The real reason why the PBC don't want to cross the street is because Creator Studio, they don't have the best talent. Top Rank Steel and Bob Arum, off reputation, off lineage, the name is still the #1 tunnel or the #1 pipeline presented to fighters, the top and very best fighters in the world. Definitely out of the Americas. Mr. Ring God, what's up? Sleeping State 1978, what's up? You absolutely right, Sleeping State. Top Rank still has the pipeline to the very best talent in the sport of pugilism. If the PBC cross the street with either Top Rank, Matchroom, if there is unfortunately a great possibility they will lose every fucking belt they have. From my estimation, the best pound for pound fighter in the PBC is Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Mr. Gary Russell Jr. is also probably the most independent fighter and the most knowledgeable fighter of the business that the PBC has. Mr. Gary Russell Jr. gets all his gate. He gets 95% of his gate, which a lot of people don't know. John Cable, what's up? So it's also one of the reasons why he's not promoted as much as the other fighters, because they can't make much as off of him as they do the other fighters. One reason too. But the PBC protects their brand so much and keeps their fighters in-house fighting each other so much, because if they go across that street, there is a great possibility they will be exposed. There's a great possibility that they will be exposed as B-tier fighters. Look at Top Rank right now. And look at everybody who's went through Top Rank. Top Rank has the fast first track, the first dibs of anybody coming out the Olympics. Mayweather, De La Hoya, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, whoever you want to call. Shakur Stevenson, silver gold medalist. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Vasily Lomachenko, pound for pound, #2. They have the best talent overall. Got Tyson Fury in the heavyweight. Look, Matchroom is #2. PBC is #3. Because once the live is over, I will put the cover that I have already created for this live. Matchroom is sitting at #2. People don't understand that. The same how PBC has locked down, put it like this, the same position Terrence Crawford is in is the exact same position Jermell Charlo is in. Matchroom has all the middleweights. So in order for Jermell Charlo to get a serious win, he got to go across that street to Matchroom, to where he may get knocked the fuck out. In order for Terrence Crawford to get unified, he has to try to infiltrate the PBC, and they don't want him coming in there. Why? Because he may become undisputed. He has that possibility. But they're not going to let Jermell Charlo step over that fucking pond and go in Matchroom, because he may lose the one belt that he has. There's a very strong possibility, because there are motherfucking poisonous snakes over that pond. There are headbangers waiting for him if he was to go over there to try to go for those belts in the middleweight division. So Matchroom has solidified the middleweight division, and allowed PBC solidifying the welterweight division. But Matchroom wants Charlo to come over there. Or they would love to send Andrade over there to fight Charlo. Charlo don't have no competition, just like Terrence Crawford don't. But the difference is, Terrence Crawford wants to make those fights. PBC do not want to make those particular fights for Charlo because he will get what? Exposed. That's what he is. Even the fighters in the PBC has exposed Jamal Charlo. What, Jamal? What the fuck? The big Charlo. And that was Korobov, who I believe he lost to. So, the truth of the matter is, Bob Arum at Top Rank has the fast track to all the top talent in the country. He's built that name, that reputation, that loyalty by everybody. Even you talk about Leon Muhammad. We all love Leon Muhammad. But Leon Muhammad, on the down low, he works for Bob Arum. He finds fighters for Arum and Top Rank. We've heard him already say he don't really care for Al Haymon that much. But he will find out fighters for him because Al Haymon does have the man who he worked for all his career, Don King, as an advisor, right? And I do believe Leon Muhammad do whatever Don King needs him to do. But so will Bob Arum. He would do the same for Bob Arum. The truth of the matter. So, the PBC does not cross the street because they do not have, unfortunately, for them, the best talent. They have the 3-tier talent. They're on a 3rd tier. Real talk. Even Andy Ruiz Jr. was with Top Rank before he was ever with PBC. So PBC has to wait for Bob Arum, who is not Hall of Fame promoter, but that Hall of Fame promotion credentials was built off the back of Don King. Whatever Bob Arum can't do with, he can't figure out how to promote, market because he's old. He's still cheap as hell. PBC has to wait to get whoever hits their hands on whoever Bob Arum don't want and Top Rank don't want. And that is the truth of the matter. That's really the glaring facts about it. And so they got 50% cab drivers, dishwashers in their camp to help make the top 15%, 20% look good. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. And let me shout out everybody in the camp. Sorry for being disrespectful. Brain Donor, what's up, baby? Arsenal FC Fan Club, what's up? Wooly Slip and Move. Wooly Boy Slip and Move. What's going on, champ? Money Green coming in. Mean Joe Green, what's up? Wilder must not be the best boxer, but no one can beat him. It's all about the power in the heavyweight division. No, it's not about the power at all because Tyson Fury didn't have power. And the majority of the world, boxing pundits, believe Tyson Fury won. So it's not really about the power. So I don't agree with that. Yeah. You know, he ain't fought the best. Deontay Wilder of all, I want Deontay Wilder to fight Ward Chisora. Real talk. He got 9 losses. He's up there. I'm sure Deontay should think he should get him out of there. Deano84, what's up? I am all for a boycott of the WBC. I've been for that shit. People need to understand that the WBA belt is the most coveted belt. To be truth and honest. They are. I'm telling y'all, they are. Well, the WBC have loyalty to Remember, Don King helped create the WBC, or helped make them one of the mandatory. The WBC, Don King is in the background with the PBC. That's why the WBC is so loyal to the PBC. Don King helped Al Heyman with that. That's his boy. And Don King was all about control. And PBC, same as Al Heyman. Same as Bob Arum. Don't get it twisted. But Don King was about controlling. Having all the fighters in his stable. So was Bob Arum. So is Matchroom. They all do the same thing. And so PBC, Heyman has taken Don King's method and grew it in so many ways, shapes, and forms. But Bob Arum was doing the same thing. Matchroom doing the same thing. So what's good for the goose was good for the gander. But PBC has definitely in the heavyweights, have the least amount of talent. That's why Deontay Wilder don't want to cross the street. There are scalpers over there at Matchroom in the UK. If Deontay Wilder was smart, do you think, and the PBC was smart, he would let Deontay Wilder fight War Sword? Deontay Wilder is not going to fight Anthony Joshua. The PBC ain't going to allow that. They will allow an Andy Ruiz fight, because the fight, even if he loses to Andy Ruiz, the belt still stay with the PBC. And the PBC value is dependent on how many belts they have. So if they ever cross the street, they will lose belts. Therefore, they will lose value. And they will be exposed for having the B-tier fighters that they have. Now, Top Rank got B-tier fighters. Golden Boy got B-tier fighters. Mayweather Promotions got B-tier fighters. Matchroom has B-tier fighters as well. But PBC may have the most. And they have the most B-tier fighters with belts. So that's why they can't let those fighters cross the street. Toby Bartlett, what's up, champ? The difference, though, Myron, even Aaron will make. Yes, he will. I already said that earlier in the joint. Aaron will make the fights because he knows he has the top talent. Aaron knows he has the top talent. Definitely coming to the lightweights. You going down to that lightweight from welterweight down, Aaron got that shit on lock. Top Rank has that shit on lock right now. Okay? That he has the assassins. He has Crawford. He has Lomachenko. He has Shakur Stevenson, which is going to catapult above all of them sooner or later. Shakur Stevenson, I don't want to just get on him yet. He's rounding out. I will say this, though. Shakur Stevenson, right now, his defensive ability, his reflexes, his footwork, his ability to control distance, he is the closest right now of defensive ability and prowess as a Whitaker or Purnell or Mayweather. He's in that stage right now where they are sharpening his defensive ability before they sharpen his offensive ability. And that's a wonderful thing you do if you're for boxers. That's what you should do in boxing. Sharpen up your defense first at your youth, and then work on the offensive ability later on. Because you can still win as a counter puncher. No, he won't. That may be your opinion. I think sooner or later, as Stevenson developed, Haney developed, Tank gonna be in for his ass. Tank better get in and out right now. This is why what the talent that I see Stevenson has, the talent that I see Devin Haney has, I understand why now Mayweather has him fighting B-tier level fighters to develop. I see now. Because in 3 years, real talk, in 3 years, I honestly believe Shakur Stevenson, the mongoose, because he fights like a fucking mongoose, and Devin Haney is going to be too much for Tank Davis. They're going to give Tank Davis all the business, all the smoke. Am I saying Tank Davis ain't going to be able to stop them or beat them? No, I'm not. I'm not saying he won't be able to beat them. But they're going to give him all he can handle. They're already going to have the range. They're going to have the height, the range. All I'm saying is, Tank better sharpen up quick. Tank got the GOAT of the era in his corner. Well, you know what? Shakur Stevenson has Terrence Crawford as his mentor and Andre Ward as his manager. Shakur Stevenson learning curve is faster than Tank's, in my opinion. His learning curve right now is faster than Tank's. Shakur Stevenson is how often you think Shakur Stevenson is sparring with Terrence Crawford? A lot. And he has Andre Ward as his manager. You don't think his learning curve is fast as fuck? This kid, Joey Gonzalez, couldn't even touch him, barely. And he wasn't running. He's in his face. Dude, this is the first fight I watched fully of Shakur Stevenson. And you know what? That fucker is scary. He's scary. Real talk. In 3 years. So this is why the PBC do not want to cross that street. There are where you just cornered, where you're just surrounded. The PBC fighters are surrounded by fucking assassins. So they do not want to cross that bridge. Not their lower weight fighters. No. The only motherfucker they have that can cross that bridge and survive is Mr. Gary Russell Jr. That is pound for pound the best fighter in the PBC stable. Real talk. Not 126, what y'all talking about? True indeed. True indeed, DT3. Shout out to DT3, the boom man. Everybody say what's up to the NBBC. All of y'all NBBC in this chat in actuality. I think they struggling for money and dates. The youngsters don't fight enough with PBC. That's true. You know why they struggling for dates and fights? Because they don't have enough talent in the stable to fill all their dates and fights. Because they too scared to let those fuckers cross that street. Because they are assassins across that street. Now, I watched 3 fights by Devin Haney over the weekend. Love what I see. A fucking assassin. Shakur Stevenson, David Haney is more offensive-minded than Shakur Stevenson right now. But I think Shakur Stevenson is better, slightly better defensively right now than David Haney. David Haney is more offensive-minded. Shakur Stevenson, a little bit more. David Haney more offensive-minded. Shakur Stevenson right now more defensive-minded. But both of those sides are going to develop each end. Shakur Stevenson is starting better with the defense, where I think is good. And that's how Mayweather started. And then he opened up later on and put together the wonderful combos on offense. Pound for pound is about to get real funny. You ain't lying. Money, who got all the top welterweights? No, technically they don't. We don't know because they won't let them cross the street, will they? That's the whole point. They won't let them cross the street. If they got all the top heavyweights, welterweights, then let them all fight Crawford. Right? Let them unify. They need that WBO belt in order to unify. So we don't know. Because they're protected. Willie Boy slipping with Myron, what the fuck do they all stay with PBC then? I don't get it. Because they're protected. Heyman is protecting them. If they cross that street, they're going to run into some assassins. Real talk. I just think Top Rank has the overall talent. PBC may have the biggest stable, but pound for pound, who has the most talent per capita, pound for pound, Top Rank, Matchroom, then the PBC. And the gap between the Matchroom and PBC is tight. But you give PBC the welterweight division around there, but you have to give Matchroom the middleweight and up to the heavyweight. They have the talent there. Yes, the PBC has Wilder and Andy Ruiz Jr. But Wilder ain't represent for the PBC because he didn't fight overseas. He didn't fight across the street, right? So you don't know. We really don't know what fuck Wilder is. And when he did, who was Tyson Fury, the vast majority thinks he lost. So you think they're going to let him step out now after Tyson Fury exposed him? Exactly. No, he's not. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr., that is a different subject, and we'll have to see. But he did lose to, a lot of people think he beat Joseph Parker. I don't think he did. I think Joseph Parker edged him and got that. He didn't do no devastating. He didn't devastate or hurt Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker was stick and moving. He did exactly what Josh was going to do, but Josh was going to be a little more brutal with it. But I think Joseph Parker edged and won that when I saw the fight, and I watched it twice. You know what I mean? So, but some guy like DC3 think Ruiz beat Joseph Parker. We all, it's all gravy. I think Joseph Parker edged him out. But they'll get the chance to be great and earn more, yes. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing, Money Green. But the truth, it must be a reason why they don't want to cross that street. It's just like you live on your side of the street and everybody bullying you is on the other side of the street. When you're a kid, when you go into the certain part of town where you knew motherfuckers didn't like you and wanted for your head, no, you stayed from that part of the town. That's the same thing in boxing right now. PBC is staying from those parts of towns because they're afraid. It's facts. Take life and bring it to boxing. That's why PBC ain't crossing the street. If PBC knew or felt honestly to themselves, if Al Heyman and the handlers honestly felt they had the best talent, they'll cross the street and dominate all of them. That's what kings do. That's what armies do. The superior army, the superior military goes to another motherfucker's land and takes over. So if PBC felt they had the superior arsenal and weaponry, they would go to every freaking boxing stable and camp and take over and dominate and show the whole world that they were the best boxers of all the stable in the whole fucking industry. But they're not doing that. So that shows they're hiding something. And they're hiding their vulnerability. Facts. Exactly. They're doing that sleeping state. It's all day. It's pretty evident now. But nobody ain't said this. And if they have, they ain't going into it on a whole live like this. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. Can I get 20 likes? I got 25 people up in here. Throw some love on the NBBC. It is easy making top fighters from different stables fight. Terrence Crawford wants to fight all of them. Terrence Crawford was hunting down the boogeyman. Rolling up on him, right? They don't want to make the fight, bro. All of us can easily see, okay, let's do it like this. Who does PBC have that can beat Lomachenko right now? Lomachenko's fighting at 135, right? Is Lomachenko fighting at 135? Who does PBC have at 135 that could beat Lomachenko? They only got one that has the potential to beat him right now. That's confident. Who wants the rematch? And that's Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Tank ain't trying to do it yet. Tank is not ready. Tank ain't ready. Russell, I will give you that one. That's it though, right? Who else besides Russell? Tank ain't ready for Lomachenko. Wilder. Oakley Brown. Okay, now we're talking that's the 130, right? Oh, Tank relinquished his belts at 130, right? Okay. Who else? Well, they still got Jose Leo Santa Cruz, right? He got a 130 belt, 126 belt. They won't let him even fight his own PBC fighter and Gary Russell Jr. Okay? All right. So, who out of the welterweight division, who of the PBC welterweights have the best chance against Terrence Crawford? In my honest opinion, I think it's Keith Thurman. He has the best chance against Terrence Crawford. Some of you may disagree. But Porter's going to make it Porter and then Keith Thurman, then Porter have the best chance against Terrence Crawford. Earl Spence Jr. don't. Maybe Danny. Maybe Danny. Danny Garcia. I think Crawford would break. Danny don't have good enough feet to beat Crawford, in my opinion. Pacquiao, no. No. I don't think Danny Garcia would be a great challenge, but I don't think he has good enough feet to beat Terrence Crawford. It would have to be, you're going to have to match good movement with good movement to beat Terrence Crawford. And the best movement out of all the PBC welterweights is Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, in my opinion, has the best shot at beating Terrence Crawford out of all the PBC welterweights. Keith Thurman beat Pacquiao, in my opinion. I did the boxing by the numbers. If anybody watched that fight again, cut the volume off, Keith Thurman versus Pacquiao, I think you'll see a different fight. Floyd, that's a, yeah. So, okay, that's Crawford. Who else in the other weight divisions? If Taylor beats Ramirez and unified, how do you see him? Teofimo Lopez, top rank too, right? Ain't Teofimo with top rank? They got too many assassins over there, bro. Too many fucking assassins. Too many fucking assassins. This is why PBC ain't crossing that fucking street. The truth is right in front of your face. Yes. Say none of them. I say who has the best chance. Again, I think that's Keith Thurman, in my opinion. If Broner went down, Broner was awesome at 135 and all that. Broner best at probably 140. Yeah, he needed to leave 147, but he's done. Always watch the fights with no commentary. Always watch them again with no commentary. Y'all be doing yourself some justice. Even though we like to say, you know what I mean, we have good eyes and we could do the eye test on ourselves, the commentary does still play a part because they're constantly talking during the fight. And the influence still is hitting our subconscious as we watching the fight. Watch that shit with no volume on. And you'll see what's the deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I got Pro Grays versus Taylor on again right now with no volume. Tank and Broner look like a pair of bums on those videos they were on. Yeah, but I ain't worried about, we ain't talking about how they look. Let's talk about why the PBC do not want to cross the street. Who else? Kell Brook. Kell Brook, again, yeah. Kell Brook, an assassin, Matchroom. Or Frank Warren, whoever he's with right now. You know what I'm saying? And Kell Brook was beating Earl Spence up to the stoppage. Up to where I feel he like gave in. He was winning on those scorecards though. He definitely is, in my opinion. But the fact is, Top Rank has the best talent in those lighter weight divisions. Tevin Farmer. You got assassins over there in Matchroom. The record is very deceptive. He got assassins over there. Now, Tank could that would be a war between him and Tevin Farmer. I think that's a 50-50 fight. Tank versus Tevin Farmer, in my opinion, a 50-50 fight. Brook was a major weight drain. Absolutely. He set himself up. He had to fight that mandatory. He went up to 160, went back down the next fight to 147. He lost. He ran out of tank. Then the eye bothered him, but I think he was just running out of gas. Farmer's a pillow puncher, all gravy. So what? He hits you. He hits you. And when he hits you, he hits you. You can see it. And one of defensively remarkable. I love Tevin Farmer. Brooks is better at 154, in my opinion. I want to see him go there. Brooks is kind of like, Brooks ain't a pillow puncher, but Brooks ain't the strongest puncher. Brooks is so skilled. Tank coming, he wanted to be able to keep Tank off him. Who wanted to keep Tank off him? Who wants to keep Tank off him? Ingle Jim produces awkward fuckers from Errol Graham onwards. Matchroom offered Tank $7 million to fight Farmer, and still he rejected it. He outpriced himself. They don't want him to cross the street. Tank may not be ready for Tevin Farmer yet. Men's Law Entertainment, what's up? Salute, sir. How you doing? One love, baby. Good. The fact of the matter is, again, like I said, in many cases, the real thing is the PBC has very little talent. Real top-notch. I mean top-notch talent. They don't have the best trainers or the best coaches right now with their fighters. And they're not ready yet. And the thing is, a lot of them are older. They're already in the 30s, close to the 30s. So how much time do they have left before they need to cross that street to make the best fights? That's a question too. It's going to be interesting to see how Billy Joe Saunders does now he left Warren. Should have done it years ago. Yeah, it's interesting to see. And he in there with the assassins in Matchroom. All those middleweights and super middleweights. Let's see how he do now. Billy Joe beats Andre, in my opinion, and gives Golovkin all types of problems. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see Andre and Billy Joe Saunders. Andre wants all the smoke. He wants the fights. It's a reason why they ain't coming to him. Do you see Canelo ever fighting Boogeyman Andre? That hard-ass jab scared the shit out of Canelo. Canelo needs to, though. I think that hard jab scares the shit out of Canelo. Andre's long, wiry. I want that fight. But, you know, Canelo saying he ain't fought nobody. Canelo saying he ain't fought nobody. He don't got no name. He only one makes the big fights. I get it. But he ain't undisputed. I'm old school. You need to be undisputed to solidify who you are. To solidify your legacy in my book. And he is not. And let me say one thing. Shout out to Ness. Shout out to Ness for digging in Mauricio Suleiman's shit with this interview. Because Mauricio Suleiman had no logical answers to give Ness on why he elevated Lomachenko to franchise champion and Devin Haney to the WBC regular champion. He gave no good answer. That was a great interview by Ness. And shout out to the Boxing Voice for that. I give props where all props is due. So Ness was in his shit. Ness was like, it goes against the entire essence of boxing. And so, how can he be undisputed if he don't have a belt? You gave him this franchise. Mauricio Suleiman, the franchise champion, is based off merits. What they've done to the sport. He's a two-time gold medalist and such and such. But he can't be undisputed if he don't got a fucking belt. Yes, he can. He will still be undisputed. Mauricio Suleiman, and then he trying to equate fucking other sports, how they change with the times. You got to go with the times. No, they ain't no going with the times. The best fight the best, and best must beat the best in order to become the belt holder and champion. Come on, man. So peace out to Ness. Shout out to Ness on grilling Mauricio Suleiman's ass and making him look like a fool. Real talk. So shout out to the Boxing Voice. He looked like he was NBBC during that interview. Ness, for that one interview, and only for that one interview, is an honorary NBBC member. I was bullshit. Undisputed is the only way. Brain donor. WBC. They put me on freeze again. Okay, y'all, they put me on freeze because we're talking too much real shit. Tell me who else channel freezes like mine? But that was the cue. That was the cue. We ending this and we starting up the Boxing Brew. Oh shit, right, nobody mentioned it. We talking shit about the WBC and Mauricio Suleiman. Mauricio Suleiman must have the protection of the Queen. Hit the like button, beautiful spirits. I'm cutting out, coming back with the Boxing Brew. Or let's see if DT3, I gotta check to see if anybody else went live. If the Boxing Brew gets pushed to 1 o'clock, then it don't get pushed to 1 o'clock. But we coming hard on the Boxing Brew, of course. And we're going to talk about all the 3 fights yesterday. Warrior Sword versus Price. Our man, Prograis versus Josh Taylor. And we're going to talk about Shakur Stevenson versus our boy, Joet Gonzalez. All on the Boxing Brew coming up. Whether at 12 noon or 1 o'clock, no later. One love, beautiful spirits. Yeah, they watching me. I don't give a fuck. Hit the like button on your way out. Like, subscribe, and share to your communities. One love, baby. Shout out and love, praise, and elevation to the NBBC.